What's going on, boxing fans? Boxing fans! This is Jason Lloyd here with 10 Count Boxing News, coming at you with some awesome news, guys. What do we got today? We have Joyce versus Oleksandr Usyk, round 2, guys. These guys have fought. They're no strangers to each other. They threw down in the amateurs in a great boxing match. I challenge each and every one of you guys to, after you watch this video, you got to go check out that amateur fight between these dudes. They look like straight killers in the ring. That was an incredible fight. So first off, we got Oleksandr Usyk. He's the former undisputed cruiserweight champion. He's fought 2 times in the heavyweight division after moving up. He has a great win over Chaz Witherspoon, and he also has a good victory over Derek War Chisora. He went 12 rounds and got the decision over. Usyk is currently Anthony Joshua's #1 contender, and the fight is in negotiations for him to fight Joyce. The winner of that will receive the WBO interim heavyweight title. Now, the winner of the Tyson Fury Anthony Joshua match, this is a little confusing now, so listen up. Whoever wins that fight is going to be the undisputed champ. However, in these negotiations, because Oleksandr Usyk is Joshua's #1 contender, Joshua or Fury, whoever wins that belt, that WBO belt, after they fight, will have to relinquish that title, and therefore either Joyce or Oleksandr Usyk will be elevated to the WBO heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, so Usyk is currently standing at 6'3". He weighs in at 216 pounds with a 78-inch reach advantage. He is by far one of the slickest boxers out there. He's almost untouchable as far as his boxing IQ goes in the heavyweight division. Maybe Tyson Fury has that same sort of IQ, but I think the IQ of Usyk is even a little bit beyond that. Although Fury does have more power and size over Usyk, so that also would be a great fight. Let's see, he's also a former Olympic gold medalist as a super heavyweight, guys. Take note of that, super heavyweight, not no little, not no cruiserweight. Okay, he was a super heavyweight prior to even dropping down and becoming a cruiserweight. So keep that in mind. Now, Joyce, he's currently ranked #2 in the WBO. He's coming in with a big win over our boy Dynamite Daniel Dubois, who he beat the tar out of with his jab, and basically got a KO stoppage over him. He also has beaten the former WBC heavyweight champion Bermeen Stiverne, and has a good win over Bryant Jennings, who is no slouch and who is a great heavyweight contender. Joyce is currently 12-0 with 11 KOs. Now, he's also 35 years old. Joyce has a lot to lose right now. His whole career has been built on getting to this moment, and nobody else that he'd rather take out right now, honestly, than Oleksandr Usyk, who he lost to in the amateurs. Joyce is not the same fighter that he was. He'd only been boxing maybe a little over a year or 2 years by the time that he fought Usyk in the amateurs. So he's definitely looking for some redemption. He's not the same dude. He's way bigger. He's way stronger. He does take a lot of criticism for being slow. People call him Slow Joe and all that. And now I challenge everybody who thinks that way to just go ahead and ask the guys that he's fought, including Daniel Dubois, Bermeen Stiverne. Ask those guys, is Joe slow? I think that they'll tell you something else, because he may appear slow, but he's out there still knocking them big dudes out, and he's undefeated. He's getting those big wins over big fighters. So, you know, people that say that he's slow, put some gloves on and try to fight this dude. See what happens, or spar him in the gym. You know, I wouldn't recommend it though. He's very powerful, very good fighter. And he's looking to grab a title before he ends up retiring, I'm sure, before he turns 38, 40 years old. Again, I do believe that this fight is going to be electrifying. These guys are great rivals. I do say this is probably a 50-50 fight. You know, although Joe is a different fighter, than he was definitely in the amateurs. So is Oleksandr Usyk. That guy has he's been going after nothing but big names, mostly in the cruiserweight division, but he just took that whole division over and was pretty much untouchable. So look for this guy to become, like he wants to be, the next undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Now, will that happen? There's a lot in his way, man. I mean, first off, he's going to have to go through Joe to win that WBO interim title. That's going to be no walk in the park. That's the big juggernaut we're talking about here. This guy's got some power, and he's 6'5", and he fights, 265, 250-pound range. That's not an easy walk in the park for a 216-pound fighter. He's going to have to use every single bit of his boxing IQ to win this fight. And then if he does win this fight, then he's got to either fight the 6'11" Tyson Fury or the 6'6" Anthony Joshua. And neither one of those fighters they're not just going to hand them titles over. So anyways, guys, keep tuning in. If you're new to this channel, please like and subscribe for a chance to win these awesome Everlast boxing gloves. Feel free to leave a little comment down in the section below. I'll make sure that I get back to you. And again, this is Jason Loya with 10 Count Boxing News. And remember, after the 10 count, you out, suckers! See ya.
Boxing fans, boxing fans. Boxing fans, boxing fans. And remember, after the 10 count,